The North Dakota Soybean Council See for Yourself program recently took a group of area farmers to the West Coast to get a closer look at ag in that part of the country and how North Dakota crops are used, transported, and shipped in that region. Ag Week went along for a look at the port of Kalama in southwest Washington, located on the Columbia River. 7 miles of riverfront property adjacent to the Columbia River make up the port of Kalama. The North Dakota See for Yourself group toured a number of grain shipping facilities along the 43-foot deep draft navigation channel.
We have 3 scales in there, 1 shipping scale.
One of those was the Kalama Export Company, which primarily ships wheat, corn, and soybeans to Asia.
We have about 55 silos with a capacity of about 4.5 million bushels, which can load 2 Panamax vessels, which are the size of this one at the berth.
The process starts with looping loaded trains around the facility before they are prepped for unloading.
And we cut the 50 to 55 cars into sets of 12 to 15 cars to pull up to our rail shed. We have a progressor and unload carts that unload the cars to the rail pit.
The large capacity of how they can unload trains and load barges. I believe it's 6 hours to unload 100 cars and 27 hours to load 2 million bushels of soybeans or corn, which is pretty astounding.
From there, the grain is sent through a series of belt systems to load the ships. 2 100,000 bushel an hour belts and 4 loading spouts that can handle 50,000 bushels an hour make quick work loading vessels.
The fastest Panamax we loaded 63,000 tons, which is about 2,250,000, and we loaded that in 27 hours.
It kind of puts into perspective, how small scale it is when you haul in 1 truckload. I mean, the amount of trucks that need to be hauled in to fill a train, and then numerous trains to fill a ship. It's just incredible the amount of product they move, the commodities that they move.
We have someone up above who operates the spouts from there. He's got the controls to move the spouts up and down the river, boom up and down in height, and then the spouts also extend out and scope back in. Then we'll have longshoremen on the deck of the ship. They radio up to him to tell him where to move the spouts.
With a limited amount of employees, automation and technology play big roles in the operation of the plant.
So this is our control room. Everything's run, the whole plant's run from in here with a mouse. We have cameras for around the plant. These 4 cameras are above each spout. We can look down in the hatches of the ship, make sure the grain's loaded level. We've got a rail unload screen that shows the 2 hopper pits, and we point and click on anything to start, stop belts, start.
They're loading ships with 10, 12 people, and the speed that they can do stuff, automation has really come a long ways for them, just kind of like it has for us.
We have a lot of opportunity here. I think we think in North Dakota maybe that we're kind of new to the soybean game and we're small potatoes, but we're really getting up there in soybean production. And with facilities like we saw here on this trip, we'll stay as major players in the soybean industry worldwide.